Studio check.
Frequencies check.
We are live on air.
You are listening to the In Fact Blessing the Airwaves. Take the journey into the world of sports, news, entertainment, while embracing the hottest beats on the planet. Rocking the mind, body, and with energy, electricity, and a splash of controversy. Now, without further ado, it's our pleasure to bring to you
The biggest show in the world.
Biggest show in the world.
the biggest show in the world, the SBTV Nation.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is the SBTV Nation, and as you hear in the background, interlude by Jay-Z where he introduces himself, and the reason that we want to introduce ourselves is because yesterday, me and my boy murdered the book.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad day after all, Dream.
We absolutely, positively destroyed. If you listened to the program yesterday, you were given gems. As we didn't have, actually there was one stomach ache. I'm sorry. I'll take that back. There was one stomach ache, as the hockey game was a tad bit of a stomach ache. However, Hat came through with the mammoth play. That was absolutely destructive.
Total annihilation, Dream.
Total annihilation, as Dr. Dizzle said. Gave out Vanderbilt. That was destructive. Aided the Zizzer was destructive. Not Utah, but Oregon was destructive.
Yes.
Pittsburgh Penguins was our tight play, and then Edmonton was destructive. So a very, very positive day on our part yesterday as far as the play calls were concerned. We don't get a plethora of those, but every now and then we do the ham thing on this program.
Oh, of course, Dream. And you know what? It was a great day yesterday for a lot of different things, including gambling on sports. And then, it was a great day in the country yesterday as I felt that the President Trump press conference was very, very good, to be honest with you.
You and this guy. Gang, please understand. There is an entertainment factor to the program. Keep that in mind when you listen to some of the comments of my co-host.
Yes. Dream.
Yes.
You know what? The Dow Jones Industrial is at an all-time record high. We have never seen these numbers. The stocks keep going up. And you know what? Hey, listen, the people don't have a voice except for, some idiots out there protesting, but most of the people are happy, like with their retirement accounts, their 401ks and stuff like that. Everything is jumping, Dream. People are making money out there.
Okay.
It is what it is. It is what it is. I'm telling you. I talk to people every day that have retirements out there. They're saying, you know what? They went through years and years of losing money, and they're starting to make some money.
Somebody please help me with this guy.
Dream, I'm telling you. Listen, the commander-in-chief is doing what he said he's going to do, period. And you know what? He's not backing down from the press. He's not paying attention to CNN. He's not paying attention to the failing New York Times. He's not doing it. That's it. So, I don't know, Dream. It's all good. You want to go and watch CNN, and you're going to have a problem.
Listen, first of all, look, I already told you how I feel about presidential people and politicians and the bureaucratical red tape that is our government and what that consists of. Yes. And I've already talked about how they impact our lives, so to say. And I don't feel that it's extremely impactful for the most part. I mean, there are some things that can be, but as far as I'm concerned, I've been through a few presidents, bad and good, and my life pretty much has mostly been the same. This guy, one of the biggest problems I do have with him is he holds the office of the President of the United States. So what he is, mostly to me, is he is a figurehead of the country. He's our first and foremost representative of the country, and there's just certain things and certain ways that you have to carry yourself when you are in that position to represent our country. I don't feel that Donald Trump adequately represents that. Behind the scenes, I don't know all the ins and outs of what he's doing, but I know that there's certain things about this guy. There's certain rhetoric that's come out of his mouth. There's certain racial issues. There's certain feminist issues. There's just certain issues that he just rubs America the wrong way. And then his presentation is just so brash and I don't know, just rough around the edges. It just doesn't sit well with me personally. I mean, that's my personal issue with him. And once again, I talk about a person that's representing the United States. This is not like a professional athlete who whatever. It's just, this is a guy running your country. And for me, it just doesn't bode well for me. And I think he rubs a lot of people the wrong way. And you hate to see a person in power in this position that has the country kind of at this much odds and torn. But the one fortunate thing that it does seem that he has brought the country together in being against him.
Oh, God. Well, you know what, Dream? While you're talking all that nonsense over there, okay. I am looking at some beautiful photos that have been coming my way on Twitter. Thank you to Sir Mata and thank you to Fast Eddie. Dream, there is a beautiful woman in a waist trainer that has the perfect speed I believe for you and I.
I've seen it.
All right. I want to send this to. I'm going to send this to the president of the United States. I'm sure he'd be pretty happy with it too.
And that's the problem because I believe he would respond to that.
He'd be like, "Oh yeah, the one." He'd be like, "The one in waist training is the best."
Yeah. Okay. We're working on great things right now, but I'll take a look at that for a minute.
Listen, your network is failing. Your ratings suck. I love it. It's great. Listen, you know what? At the end of the day, he's politically correct. He's politically incorrect at times. This is the way it is. That's what people wanted. They wanted change, Dream. They didn't want the same thing.
The thing that I love the most, this is the best thing about Donald Trump. He makes Obama look incredible.
I don't know.
He just made. I'm sorry, say what you want. He makes Obama look absolutely like Michael Jordan.
He said he inherited a mess, Dream.
Oh yeah, sure he did.
I can put this out there that I believe Obama inherited a worse mess than Donald Trump inherited.
1,000 times worse.
I will say that because what happened was when Bush went out of office, that's when the real estate market crashed. That's when everything just went belly up. All the financial institutions went down. So Obama, had to try to do something. So that was probably the tallest order in decades that you had to overcome. And listen, he did carry himself well and did do his thing and did do some stuff out there and did help out some homeowners and stuff like that. Obviously, Dream, I'm with it. So I'm not saying Obama did a bad job. I'm just saying that I don't think that it was it's not all rainbows and sunshine when Trump took the presidency this time, Dream. But anyway, good morning to everybody.
Well, it's because there's so much stuff going on. First of all, talking about getting robbed and getting beat up and not handling yourself properly.
Yes.
Once again, the NBA has a little bit of mess on their hands as last night the Boston Celtics got absolutely robbed.
Really?
Yeah, they got robbed in Chicago. I don't know if Jordan was at the game or what happened and what went down, but they call a foul on Marcus Smart with no time on the clock, 0.5 seconds or 0.9 seconds against Jimmy Butler. Terrible foul called. Celtics kind of played their butts off and beat the Bulls. The Bulls played well as well, but the foul that they called at the end of this game on Jimmy Butler, terrible call. I don't know if you guys were able to see it, but it was a very bad call. Jimmy Butler goes and hits the 2 shots, and the Bulls end up winning the game 104-103. Bad call and awful loss handed to the Celtics.
It's because of the line movement, Dream.
That could be
That's why the Boston Celtics lost that game.
Speaking of which, I am going to switch the subject for 1 minute because I'm glad you brought that up. Because I got some cats that still are salty as hell about the Super Bowl.
Oh, my God. Stop.
I got guys still in my ear and talking nonsense or not even messing with me at all about the outcome of the Super Bowl because they still think that there was that that because when I tell them like, dude, you shouldn't have bet against the Patriots, 'cause I'm still on that. You shouldn't have bet against the Patriots because that was just dumb, and you knew better. They don't want to hear that. Like they want to, okay, well, it was rigged Vegas. Like, dude, get out of here with that nonsense. And by the way, there was a whole lot more vulgarities in there than that.
It was rigged, Dream.
Yeah, I know. You know, Cancel kind of blew my timeline up prior to the Super Bowl, where how they was murdering Atlanta. Then during the game, with the laughing, Dream, Atlanta's doing it. I told you. I got him on the money line. I took him adjusted, like Dr. Dizzle says. All of a sudden now that they got murdered, I can't find them.
Yeah, right. Right on, exactly. Well, you know what? Hey, they're actually making a movie about the New England Patriots season, starting with the Deflategate and going on and on and on till the end of the Super Bowl. So I think it'll be pretty cool.
No doubt. Anaheim Ducks center Antoine Burnett suspended 10 games for slashing. I don't know if you guys seen this. The picture, the video footage has been floating around for a little bit. Dude. Son, he just clobbers the ref. Well, he doesn't clobber him, but he hits the ref with it's blatant. It's obvious. It's dusty. I mean, the refs aren't athletes. It's just...
Yeah, I don't like that.
I don't know what's up with hockey in that. It seems to be going on a little bit more frequently now than it's happened in the past. I don't know. Maybe just we're being more cognizant of it, but it was a dusty play. Clobbers the ref. I won't. Let me pull back on the clobber. It appears that he does hit the ref with the stick on his leg, and it kind of was a dirty play, especially because the refs out there were like, I mean, come on, dude.
Yeah, right. Right. Just the helmet and, a little bit of padding underneath his shirt, but that's it. I mean, come on.
Yeah, and the thing is, I mean, I know it's not in this guy's character. It's not like he's an enforcer or one of the hotheads that, has that type of role in hockey, but still, you just can't be out there doing that kind of stuff.
No.
Man. You just can't do that. I'm sorry. 10 games. I guess he's going to lose like $97,000. And hey, how apropos for him to lose that money for that? Because I think it's like kind of a despicable kind of incident. And if I was him, I wouldn't even bother appealing that because I don't think he should win the appeal.
No, and you know what? It goes back to last year, too. I forgot who it was that checked the ref from behind. Remember that?
That was crazy.
That was bad. Really bad.
Terrible.
I mean, can you imagine if, you really injured the ref real bad? Or, did something to him where you paralyzed him or something like that? I mean, it's just bad. Bad stuff, guys. So, you know what? Hey, that is not someone to look up to if you're a child out there. That's all I got to say about that one.
Darrelle Revis.
Your boy, Revis Island.
Revis Island, okay? Revis Island. Getting the NFL for mad money.
Yep.
Out in Pittsburgh, late night, apparently wants to look at some property he's thinking about investing in because he should probably turn in his cleats.
Yep.
Anyway, charged with 2 felony accounts of aggravated assault, 1 felony count of robbery and conspiracy, and misdemeanor of terroristic threats.
Lovely.
All right, so now, the story sounds a little bit crazy because it sounds like the guys involved maybe instigated it a little bit. I'm not justifying Revis's actions, but it seems like, I think when more comes out, because we haven't heard Revis's side of it yet, so we won't go crazy yet. We will give him an opportunity to defend himself and hear his side of it. First of all, if I'm Darrelle Revis and I'm going late night into Pittsburgh, I probably am going to have a few people with me. I'm probably not just going to go like me and my boy, because I am Darrelle Revis, and I can have a few people with me because I probably always got a few people surrounded around me any other time, so why not have a few people with me late night in Pittsburgh? But anyway, apparently what went down from the story that I've read, the guy was filming him with his cell phone, and then at some point he and Revis kind of met up with each other, or Revis, I guess, approaches him and is like, hey, what the heck, why you film me or whatever, takes the cell phone, chucks it. Then all of a sudden, something happens with a little bit of a scuffle, and then this is what I love. This is the part I love now. The 2 guys that's out taping him and filming him, 21 and 22, they say that all they remember after that, after him taking the phone and throwing it, they were being woken up by the police. So now, whatever happened, what they're basically trying to say is, because they want to sue, of course, Revis knocked them the hell out, both of them, on the ground, and now they want to sue him. So we will see what happens. I mean, the story, obviously, you hate when your guys are involved in stuff like this. This is why you kind of just stay away from. I try to stay away from these kind of situations, like you say, walk in between the raindrops. But it does smell. In initially reading the story, it seems like a little bit of controversial of an issue to me.
Little fishy.
Yeah, it
little
does seem
suspect.
Little.
You know what? I saw his name trending on Twitter yesterday, so I was like, let me click on this. I bet he retired. That's what I thought initially. Okay. As soon as you see his name, you know what I'm saying? Because obviously, the year he had was absolutely dreadful. Okay. And this doesn't help his situation. So, you know what? To a certain extent, yeah, you got to obviously hear both sides, but don't be going, like you said, and there's just nothing good that can happen, going around at night and doing that. You know what I'm saying? Especially by yourself.
I'm not saying he can't be out there, because obviously you can. I mean, you can do what you want, but I'm just saying, if you go out, you bring a couple of guys with you, and I would expect, you never know what to expect. So just make sure you're safe, it's not something I would do.
Yeah, I don't.
You know what I mean? Unless there was a.
So was he looking at properties at night, Dream?
Supposedly it was. That's the story. That supposedly he was looking at some properties he was looking to invest in, apparently his way at night. I was wondering if he was with you or something.
Yeah, I looked at a property last night, as a matter of fact, and you know what? There's snow all over the ground, and I have an LED flashlight and all that, but I want to go get a better look at it during the day. So it happens if you're busy. I get it. But I don't know, Dream. I
was this one time. That's why I brought the story up with you, because I'm thinking, was you out there with him trying to buy?
I want to buy everything I get my fingers on.
Late night sneakage in Pittsburgh?
Yeah, right. Maybe he was trying to go and rob some copper out. Maybe he was trying to do that. And good morning to everybody that's sending me beautiful female photos. I seriously appreciate that. That always puts a smile on my face. And right now, nobody's beating Fast Eddie, especially with the waist.
The face and the hair is impeccable, but the rest is she got to get to.
Have everybody go to Fast Eddie 72 and take a look at what he sent over, and then we can have the conversation. God, y'all got to step up your game, man.
Benjamin Rowe, like I said, the face and neck are impeccable. The hair looks great, but the rest looks like she needs to visit Taco Bell for their new chicken chalupa.
Do we have a caller on the line today?
Hey, what's going on, fellas? Y'all got me crying over here.
Wait, listen, what's going on, baby? Listen, hold up before we go. I want to tell y'all about something.
Yes.
Oh, Lord.
So look, hold on, real quick. I'm gonna just give you the storyline real quick. About 5 years ago, I'm out with my boys. We're in Rhode Island. End of the night, drinking, whatever. End of the night, there's a Taco Bell across the street from the hotel we're staying at. Dip in there. I grab 2 of these double XL chalupas. Come back. Nobody wants to mess with the chalupas. Oh no, I'm not messing with this garbage. Taco Bell food is dusty. Okay. Get back to the room. I almost got a beat cast down with a bat because they want to get in my double XL chalupas. So. Watching TV the other night, Taco Bell comes out with these naked chicken chalupas, all right? Where the outside shell that was the chalupa, which was like the tostito or taco bread or whatever, is actually chicken, all right? And yeah, this is the black man talking to me, all right? So whatever, all right? This the outside of the shell is chicken.
Is it fried, Dream?
Son, it's fried. Son, I went to the drive-thru on Thursday. Oh my God. Listen, I only got one, right? Because, I'm trying to live healthy, eat right. I only got one. Unwrapped it, took a bite. As soon as I bit it, turned the car Yui right around in the parking lot, went back to the drive-thru and ordered like 4 more. They're off the chain.
This segment's brought to you by Taco Bell. I don't know, my boy might have got a check from him that I don't know about.
I did not, but I gotta tell you, Double XL, I'm always a sucker for trying new things. And when I see those commercials, I go crazy. This chicken chalupa thing and Taco Bell is putting it. Taco Bell.
He was just making the part 2 of the movie New Jack City.
Yes.
He Pookie in this one, but it's Taco Bell instead of the drug game.
Right on.
Yo, let me tell you, Taco Bell, they put it on blast. Them things are filthy.
Filthy dream.
Son, Mickey D's and Wendy's and all of them been put on notice. Taco Bell just stepped their game up.
Really?
Heavy.
Dream cholesterol went up like 7,000
Yeah,
points.
right. Exactly, man. Don't be looking stuffy at the beach this summer, Dream. With that
please
Taco
don't do
Bell.
stuffy.
Yeah, all right. Hey, Weave, I got a question for you. Have you been on the train of making America great again?
Man, y'all got me cracking up. Every day, you and Dream are going at it. Man, let me tell you something. This election was a tough one for me because I think we had the lesser of the two evils in Donald Trump, personally. And Hillary had already been president for 8 years. I couldn't really stomach another 8 because Bill was just a figurehead. She actually ran it. But I don't know, man. It's tough. I hope he does well. But I'm with Dream, man. The country is so divided. But here's the thing, though. Where were the people at the voting polls
Right.
that are upset with Donald Trump? 50% less Americans voted in this election than last election, but yet the country's so divided because Trump got elected. So where were those people at the polls? I mean, that's the bottom line.
Well, you know what? I agree with you on that. And tomorrow I am actually going to play a little clip of some protesters giving their examples of why they're protesting. And I think you will all laugh at it because they don't even know why they're protesting. But anyway, I don't know. They're going to have to just wait now, 3+ years, close to 4 years to make that decision again. But like you said,
but I agree with you. Obama took over a mess, man.
Yeah.
And I don't think he did a terrible job. The one thing that struck me as a head scratcher was the whole Obamacare, and here's why: you're gonna try to provide health care for all of America that don't have it, right?
yeah.
But the individuals that don't have health care can't afford it. I mean, that's the bottom line. And then if you don't get some type of insurance, we're going to penalize you and fine you. And if you can't pay it, we're going to take it out of your tax money if you get a refund. How does that really work?
Well, yeah, and I agree with you on that. It's very tough. And my health insurance is almost $1,000 a month now because of it.
Stop. Because y'all don't know this, but Hat already used Obamacare, by the way.
I use Obama.
He broke his leg and murdered Obamacare, and now he's complaining.
Stop.
You know what, Hat? I'm putting you on blast right now.
Kid, fall back. Yeah, right. I used Obama's methods and his rules to some other benefits. And you know what? I'm like the king of certain things. I don't make the rules, put it that way. But
Trust,
hey, whatever.
Hat, if anybody should be repping and plugging Obama, Hat should be running around with, we missed the bomb.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, right on. So anyway, Mr. Weaver, how you been doing?
Weave, let me talk to you a minute about, because listen, as I told Hat earlier, it's still cat salty with me about the Super Bowl.
Hey, man, I was on the show. We talked about it. And at the end of the day, I just cannot hit submit against Tom Brady, man. Now, I was salty as hell about halftime. No, I was like, this damn Dream done talked me off this play. I knew it was the right play. I told him the first half. I told him the coach. This damn dude done got my money all messed up.
And by the way, text me or tweet at me. I forget what you did, but you DM me that it was Dusty. And I was like, just chill.
Hey, but here's the funny thing, Dream. So me and my daughter are watching the game. She wants to stay with Daddy. My son wants to go down to the neighbor's house down the street. Big Falcons fan. They're having a little party. Daddy, can I go? Can I go? Yeah, man, go ahead. So at halftime, right, I go down there. I'm like, man, it's time to go. Soon as he came to the crib, that's when the whole ball turned. You know, my neighbors ain't spoke to me since that game. Oh, wow. They like, man, you done took the good luck charm home and ruined everything, man.
Yep.
Man, I got people on Twitter I ain't seen, heard, or even I don't know. I'm about to call the Twitter police and see if we can follow missing persons on them.
Well, you know what, Dream? I think they were riding with the Cowboy fans.
This is true.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Oh, dude, man, I had every Falcon fan on my Facebook page, man. I thought I was going to have to buy a couple more guns. I thought they was going to show up at the house, man. They was all mad, boy.
Yeah.
I got to say this, though. I do have to say this. No one disappeared and shut up, though, faster, quicker, and ran away with their 12 between the legs than the Cowboy Nation, though. That I got to say. Was the Cowboys not bitch slapped and humbled out of their mind this season? I'm sorry, but that was the real way to shut them up. I don't never know that they will ever fully get their voice back again. I know next year if they have success, they're going to be real humble and quiet.
Yeah.
No doubt. Yeah. You know, and the thing about Atlanta, man, this was their best chance ever, man. I mean, the city's won one title in the history of all the franchises, man.
Yeah.
I mean, they had it right there, and I don't think the Falcons are going to make the playoffs next year. I mean, they got too much turmoil in the coaching. Every coach is left. One of the defensive line coaches just got hired from Buford High School here in Buford, Georgia. He won 4 straight titles, only lost 9 games in like 10 years, and you take a high school coach to coach your defensive line as good as Jess Simpson was here in high school football in Georgia. Man, that's a big jump, and everybody wants money. Matt Ryan, you know, he's going to get his contract. Devontae Freeman before the Super Bowl wants to be paid as the highest paid running back in the league. I just think there's too much dissension in that team now, man. I just can't see them making the playoffs at all next year.
So you think it's going to be a little Pantherish?
It's not only the dissension
Absolutely.
in the team, though, but one of the things that I think does get discounted about going to the Super Bowl and about trying to repeat in success, and why the Patriots obviously are, you know, one of the greatest teams of all time, I think. I mean, I'm almost willing to go ahead and just give them the greatest team of all time right now, because the amount of time that this team has been successful, especially in today's day and age and era of free agency, I mean, it's a testament. I know we talk about dynasty teams with the Steelers and the Cowboys. Maybe you want to splash in the Giants. But when you think about those teams when they were good, and the Niners, it was in a whole different salary cap free agency system. In today's system, which is 1,000 times harder, in my opinion, than back in those years, I mean, you can't talk about enough the success of the Patriots. But back to my point, the thing you have to worry about now, it's not only the demise of your team, but what other team decides to step up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
You know, and that was the case, obviously, for Atlanta. And Dallas was, I mean, come on. Dallas was a juggernaut. I'm not gonna discredit what Dallas did this year. Dallas was hands down dope. Yep. They went out there this year. Nobody expected the Cowboys to play like that. They thought the Cowboys would be okay. They might be pretty good. They might make a little. Nobody expected them to be the beast that they were this year. So now you have to beware in the NFC of, you know, what team are we not paying attention to that decides to step it up the next level and be that much better along with your own demise. That always has to be factored in. I think when you look at teams, you know, repeating the Super Bowls and trying to repeat the success that they had the year prior.
And here's the crazy thing, Dream, and it tells you how great an organization New England is and how well they're run from top to bottom. They're $160 million under the salary cap going into the season.
No.
And they don't go out and overpay for people. They don't go out and get the free agent, the hottest guy out there, and pay him $90 million like the damn Texans. They value their money. They go out and they say, hey, man, you want to play for a championship team? This is what we're going to pay you. You can be part of the squad. They sign up. I mean, look at Long on the defensive line, man. He took a pay cut from the Rams, and he's happier than he ever was.
Yeah. And don't you feel like, you know what I feel like too, the Patriots, which I don't like a guy that was a pain in the ass somewhere else, like goes to them and acts right. And it's like, oh, wait, hold on. Like if you're the other team, you know what I mean? Like right now, the San Diego Chargers, but I think that was dumb of them anyway, though. Letting not the San Diego Chargers, the Arizona Cardinals letting Floyd go. I thought that was stupid of them to let him go in that fashion and then let him go to the Patriots. That was dumb. If anything, you should have just held him. But nevertheless, you see a guy that's like a pain in the neck, a headache guy, and then all of a sudden he goes over there and is like a model citizen.
What about Bennett? Has he said a negative word the whole season?
Not at all, but I could understand Bennett being negative in Chicago. I'll give him a pass.
Oh, yeah, exactly. My old Cutler. Sorry.
If
Man,
I was
tell
playing
you.
with Cuddles, y'all would have heard a bunch of nonsense out of me, too.
Yeah. Right on. So, Scott, what have you been getting involved in these days? You've been doing college hoop? Pro hoop?
Oh, man, that's one of the things I wanted to talk about. Somebody's legs in Florida is getting broke as we speak, guys.
Yeah.
So last night I see the Florida International at Southern Miss game, right? The line opens at 1. All of a sudden it jumps to -5.
Okay.
And there's only like 800 tickets on the game, and I'm like, I just got through watching this 30 for 30 on BC shaving scandal. This might be part of it. So
Please
I
don't say
take
that.
Southern
Please
Miss,
don't
right?
say that. Stop.
So I take Southern Miss. It goes down to 4.5. I take Southern Miss last night, right? So Southern Miss is down 10 at the half, right? They go up like 6 with less than a minute. Game goes to overtime, right? Florida International is up 6-0 run with about a minute 30. Southern Miss hits 3 straight threes, goes on a 9-0 run, and wins outright.
Wow.
That game, somebody had it fixed, and it went south bad.
The fix
But
is in,
here's my
Dream.
thing. You just said Southern Miss hit 3 straight threes. And the degree of difficulty of those, that's why you gotta, I hate, you can't say that point shit. If you say that on this program, Scott.
Right on.
You know how many DMs
All I'm saying is what I saw. Now, what actually happened?
you know how many DMs I'm gonna get now later? I told you, Dream. Even your boy Weave just told you.
Hey, but you talking about the man that could not hit submit on the Falcons, so I knew what the deal was with that.
Can you let me know that the Monmouth Hawks are not going to get screwed this year and they will get in the big dance?
You know what? Monmouth is good, but I think they're going to have trouble in that tournament with Siena, man. And that's going to be their biggest test. But I like Monmouth. I don't think they're as good as they were last year.
You don't think so,
but in
huh?
that conference, they are the best of that conference for sure.
Well, they got to go out and win that conference, period. I mean, there's no excuse for it. But even though they didn't win the conference last year, I still felt that they were better than some of the teams that made it in there. You know what I mean?
Scott, are you paying attention to the Arizona Wildcats?
Yeah, I am, man. They're peaking at the right time. But I tell you, the team that I haven't been a believer in all year, but now I'm starting to turn the corner is Gonzaga. I watched them play St. Mary's the other night at St. Mary's, and I'd watched them play a couple other games. Defensively, man, they are a lot better than they were last year.
But it was
And those
St.
transfers.
Mary's.
Yeah, no, I get it, Dream. But in watching that game, man, I understand the conference, and it's not a great conference. But when I looked at that game, man, defensively, man, they just couldn't get a shot off. I mean, they're at the end of the shot clock trying to throw up a three. And at the end of the day, man, those guard play that Gonzaga got from transfers from Cal and from Washington, that Goss kid, they've made a huge difference this year in that team. And I understand everybody shaking their head going, yeah, we hear the same thing every year from Gonzaga, Sweet 16 and they're out. But, man, I'm starting to like this team.
My thing with Gonzaga is, and I hear you with that, but here's the thing. You play a Virginia, even a dusty Syracuse that says, okay, guess what? We don't care if we can't score because we can't score anyway. But guess what? We are going to body you up and get physical with you. I worry about Gonzaga's ability to overcome a really physical team, a really physical defense that really bodies them up and really makes them take tough shots instead of getting clean looks at the hoop. Scott,
you there? Oh, maybe he fell off, Dream.
Oh, we lost him. Okay.
I know. I'm still on here, but
I just physicaled him right off the show.
No, I wanted to turn that heavy breathing down. Y'all always clown me.
No, it wasn't as bad.
You sound good today for one.
Yeah, you sound good, brother.
I mean, look here, Dream. They beat Florida, Iowa State, and Arizona on a neutral court. They beat Washington at home, and they beat Tennessee as Tennessee. But I mean, they beat some decent teams out of conference. But I mean, defensively, those teams aren't a Virginia or or a lockdown defense. But I just think they're a different team, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? And they will most likely be a number 1 seed here. So,
Scott,
oh, absolutely. They go undefeated.
What's your thoughts as far as let's go in the top 10 since we are in college basketball and we do have the tournament right, almost upon us quickly, in selection processes. Let's talk about a few dark horses and teams that you think are going to be successful as far as NCAA tournament is concerned.
This Duke team's starting to play better, man.
I can't do it with Duke though, Scott. I can't.
Yeah, they don't pay nothing, man. It's like 10-1 or something.
They're starting to play better. I tell you, a team I think's overrated though is Baylor.
Yeah, I could see that.
I could agree with that. I don't like them defensively.
No, and guard play is not there for them. But you want to. What's the line on Notre Dame?
It was 50-1 yesterday.
That's at 50-1. That's somebody I could get involved with. I mean, they got good guard play. They shoot free throws better than anybody in the country, which is critical in tournament games. I mean, 50-1, man, that's somebody to get involved with right there.
Yeah, I mean, they have the experience of being in the tournament. I mean, they're in the tournament all the time. And obviously, they play pretty damn well, and they play a pretty tough schedule as well. So they are battle tested. So we'll see.
Your thoughts on Villanova?
Man, I like Nova. They're not as good as they were last year, but it's hard to discount Jay Wright and what he does to coach those kids up. And tournament experience is critical in these times. And I think they're a Final 8 program again this year. Whether they get to the Final 4 depend on the brackets and seeds. But the first round of the tournament here in the South in Greenville, South Carolina, which is my hometown and only a few hours from Atlanta. So I'm going to go check out some of those games. Hopefully we'll get some good matchups there.
Cool deal. Right. Hey, looks like we got a gem tonight, Dream. We got a home team underdog right in our hometown tonight.
Yeah, hold on 1 second before we go there. I'm going to hit him with 2 more. You talk about Duke's emergence. I do want to discuss, but I've talked about I don't particularly love Roy Williams in big spots. However, North Carolina is a very interesting team to me, especially if they can catch some momentum headed into the tournament. Give me your thoughts on North Carolina.
I'm with you. I mean, the problem that I got with North Carolina is the same problem that I have with Clemson in football. They play down to their competition. But, I mean, they've won 6 straight. I mean, they beat Virginia. I mean, they played pretty well, but up and down. But, I mean, on the road is where I have a problem. I mean, they lost to Florida. They lost to Duke on the road in a close game. They get blowed out at Georgia Tech. So they seem that they're not playing as well in environments that aren't conducive to home cooking, and that might hurt them in the tournament. We'll see what they got. They got Virginia, Louisville, and Duke left out of the last 5 games. So all those are top 50 Ken Palm rated teams. So we'll see what they do. But, I mean, Roy Williams is a battle-tested coach. They're definitely a Sweet 16 team. Past that, it's going to take some luck, I think, on their part.
Okay.
Good deal. So, you know what? I want to make some money tonight.
Uh-oh.
And you know what? I'm looking at it, and this is a game. Listen, I don't want anybody taking this game. This is just all me because I have a dream. Are the tickets still that expensive?
$44. I looked at getting Yale tickets last night. I was going to take the boys $44 a piece, and I was like, I guess we're going to go.
$44 for Yale.
That's what I said. We're going to see Lego Batman.
Man, we ain't paying tuition. We trying to watch the game.
No doubt. So
that's very expensive.
I did not purchase the tickets.
Man, I can get Clemson, North Carolina tickets at the crib for less than that.
Were you like in the cheerleader section, Dream?
No,
for that.
This was like Dusty's.
Really? I mean, it's all it's all general admission, but $44. Damn, what was that online?
Well, here's my thing, though. Let's stop and think for a minute about people going to Yale and Princeton games. Let's stop for a minute and think about the income levels.
Yep.
Okay, and that says it all right there.
Yeah, good point. I mean, I'm looking at one site. They have them from $27 up.
Okay.
So that's not that bad. Maybe we could shop around and find a little cheaper than that, Dream.
All right.
So, Hat, you going to be on the hometown underdog Yale Bulldogs tonight?
I think I'm going to take a shot and take the home team underdog on primetime. I think so.
I mean,
And
it's a revenge spot, man. Princeton beat them by 8 at the house as a 6.5-point favorite. Now they go on the road as a 3.5-point favorite to Yale. So might not be a bad spot.
I may take a shot.
I like Princeton.
You like Princeton?
The little bit I seen out of Yale this season, they're not as good as they were last year.
No.
And they seem to crack in pressure situations, and they don't really respond well. If you can get a lead on them, I don't like your response to being down, and I just don't think they have the poise this season that they had last year.
This is what is called a stomach ache.
Yep.
For sure.
I don't know how much you follow that conference, Hat. I mean, I know you follow Yale, but I think a team I've been impressed with in that conference this year is the Brown team.
Brown.
I mean, I saw them play Harvard at home and Penn at home. Man, they play good ball this year, man.
Yeah, man.
In that conference.
Well, you know what? I'm going to have to look at it a little bit more. I mean, I've been starting to really dig my heels in with college basketball, and I'm looking because I'm really trying to find the teams. And the Ivy League is going to have a tournament this year, guys. I don't know if you knew that, but this will be the first year that they're actually doing their own tournament. And the winner of the Ivy League will obviously make the big dance. And I don't think the Ivy League is anything and is a pushover by any stretch of the imagination. I believe because remember Yale last year. I mean, they shocked the world and beat Baylor. So and remember the year before, I believe it was Harvard that went far.
Yes.
So you know what?
The problem with that league is I've watched Harvard play several times this year, and they are nowhere near the talent that they had.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A couple years ago. I mean. The last 4 times I've watched them play, and on Watch ESPN, they've been down at the half, double digits in most cases, but have come back and won. So they're a second half team. So if you play Harvard, you almost got to watch pre-flop and take them in the second half. But I just don't think they're as talented as they were last year.
1 versus 8 matchup in the second round. Princeton knocks off Gonzaga. Weave. Boom! Dream, what do you think? You got it? You say Gonzaga.
I wouldn't be surprised by it.
All right. So what else we got going on tonight, guys? Because we are coming. We got some games to talk about because we got to make some money here.
Well, there's not a whole lot tonight. First of all, there's no NBA. All right, NBA's a wrap. They're going to the All-Star. Forget it. That's done. Yep. All right, hockey. You got like 3 booty games. I don't even think that's even worth looking at. I did take a look, but we can slide over there for a second. I got another 2 spots tonight to look at. Guys, this is light, super, duper light. This is like $5 magic, all right? Seriously. This is how light this is. Okay. VCU's on the road. They're playing the Richmond Spiders. The line is low. It's at 3.5. This is a Dr. Dan play, and if he's listening, he's probably clapping his hands right now, standing up, saluting me, because I know Dr. Dan's been following VCU most of the season. I've watched him in a couple of spots that he's called, and I like what I've seen out of them. So they're playing Richmond tonight. I like VCU to go in there and get it done against Richmond. It is on the road. College basketball is tough on the road. We know about this. It's a Friday night. I'm going very, very easy, but I like VCU to beat the Richmond Spiders tonight. One other spot, and I'm going to go back to the Pac-12, which I'm kind of vested in this season, as I do watch a lot of UCLA and Arizona, along with Oregon as well. Cal's playing Stanford. I like this Cal team. I think Cal goes in there and gets it done as well. Cal's minus 3.5 points. I know Stanford's been a little tough, especially at home, hard venue to play, but I do like Cal. I would not mix these 2 plays together. I'd play them separate, gang, and I'm talking $5 magic.
Hey, Weave, your Brown Bears are home team underdog on primetime tonight.
Yeah, no, man. I looked at that game this morning, man. They're getting 2.5 now. I'm going to keep an eye on that one. But, Dream, let's go back to that California play, man. I agree with you. Cal is a better team, but, man, they just cannot win at Stanford, man. They're 3-16 in their last 19 games at Stanford, man. It's like damn kryptonite for some reason. I don't know why, but, man, I don't know about that one, man. It's just a tough venue.
I think it's going to be a little bit more of a push and a little bit more intensity tonight as far as trying to get that thing done. Stanford, I don't know. They seem to have been cracking a little bit lately as well. So I think this is a great time for Cal to come in and maybe get that monkey off their back.
Yeah, okay. Sounds good. Yeah. All right, Weave, you got any other plays for us? Because there's not a lot
Man,
going on.
I got 3 games I'm looking at. Eastern Washington, 9 o'clock tonight. They're a -5 at home against Idaho. I like that one. I like Detroit at home, -1 against Illinois Chicago. And I like Ryder getting 3 at home against Canisius. But, I mean, the slate isn't that good.
Yeah.
Gang, be advised, these plays are sponsored by Gamblers Anonymous. If you are on this stuff this evening, you might need to get to a program.
You don't got to be at a program to take the
These
L's,
are what you call the dusty booty
Yes.
dream plays.
Yes, exactly. Well, you know what? Hey,
And the reason Dream's not on him because he can't drink martinis and watch the game live on TV.
Right
Anything
on.
that you got to stream on your phone is booty and dusty.
all right. Well, thank you very much.
When you're at the bar tonight asking him to put on
put on Yale.
Detroit Mercy. And everything in the bar stops, including the DJ.
Yes. Detroit Mercy Titans playing tonight. All right. So, guys, hey, Weave, thank you very much for joining us. I appreciate it. It is Friday. I got a very busy day ahead of me, man, and just looking forward to a big slate of college basketball with you guys tomorrow.
Hey, if y'all see a truck with a bunch of copper in the back,
Yes.
you know it's Hat done got somebody.
Right
Him
on.
and Revis. Hat and Revis and Donald Trump riding
See,
around
I don't do
stealing
that. I
copper.
send my guys to go do that. No, I'm just kidding.
Scott, once again, thank you so much for calling in. It was last minute. Always, you always are my go-to. I appreciate it very much, brother, and I'll get at you later.
Hey, no doubt, man. Hey, Regine, she said she wants to call in one day. She was like, "Can I talk to Dream?" I'm like, "That man's so busy. He ain't trying to mess with you." But Daddy, I'm gonna call in. So next time we ain't got school, we calling in. Okay,
We'll
baby.
work
I'll tell
out
him.
something. We'll figure out something. We'll get her on.
Cool deal.
I'll tell him, baby.
All right.
All right, dog.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, man. Be good.
All
Later,
right.
fellas.
Sounds good, guys. All right, Dream. So what would you like to do to close out of here to get ready for our big show tomorrow?
Listen, real quick, gang. 3 hockey plays tonight. Penguins, Blue Jackets, leave it alone. Avalanche, Hurricane, horrible. Panthers, Ducks, leave it alone.
There you go, man.
All
There
right,
you go.
that's the hockey tonight. I don't like none of the hockey. Good luck if you're gonna get involved with the hockey. Just that you're on your own. The only thing, I mean, Avalanche do stink. I will give you that. They stink, but I don't really like Carolina. But the Avalanche do stink, so you might want to go there. But I'm not advising it. And tonight is going to be just a no for them. Like for me, I gave out what I possibly would look at. I doubt if I'm even going to play them, so don't hold me to them because I'm not going to play them probably. But for some of you guys that are getting down looking at them, you might want to look in that direction. We will be back tomorrow. I think we got Dr. Dan joining us.
Dr. Dan will be off tomorrow, Dream. He's
Dan
got
will
some
be off
family
tomorrow.
stuff
Ooh,
going
I
on.
hate that because I
Yep.
want to talk to him about his VCU team. But we'll be here.
Yes.
10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time as usual. Listen, I want to send a special shout out to Pamela Michelle, who comes on the show from time to time, as her dad was in a terrible truck accident.
Wow.
Drives a rig and was in a terrible rig accident in the hospital. Thoughts and prayers, please, out to Pamela Michelle's father, who's in the hospital recovering, and it is kind of a pretty gruesome sight. So we want to send our thoughts and prayers out to her, as she's, been a big proponent of this program.
Yes.
Shane Whitehead, thank you so much for retweeting the show. Terrence Mack, Mr. Charlie over at Direct Sports Solution, Bud Cheddar, Joseph Del Rosario, JDH24, Vegas Girl 92661, KMVU, Sir Mata, JC, Jeff Ryan, Mr. Benjamin Rowe also has been a part of this program as well. Jay Snyder, good to see you out there, brother. Total Sports Edge, want to send a shout out to them. Jim Rome is the douche, the hockey immortal. Also Mike Brenner, like to send a shout out to you as well. Jonesy, my man, Rick Lopez, Deeks Picks, Killer Cam 505, Tiger Clinch, Sin City Maverick, my boy Swervin' Irvin. What's going on, Irvin? Cash Action Bets. And last but not least, the O, the J, the F, the B. Guys, please don't play heavy tonight. Please just go easy. And don't feel bad about not going at all.
Yeah, right.
No big deal. It's not a great card at all. If you got to watch some sports, watch some. If you don't, go out, hang out, have some fun, do what you got to do. We love you to death. I'm the Dream. Always remember who you're with. Make the most of each and every day, as you cannot get this time back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And thanks to everybody that's been sending photos on a Friday. We appreciate it. And I still believe that Fast Eddie, nobody has beaten you. And I got to be honest with you, the one in the purple top and the, what is this, a waist training, the black? That one is better than anything that you've sent, including last week's photos.
That is stuck.
That one's crazy. So we love you to death. Go out there, do what you got to do whatever it is you want to do and get that money. Let's go.